Hello friends, Crystal here, your Vibrant BF, and welcome to June Joy, where we are talking about all the things that bring us joy, how it builds into our nervous system, how to be intentional about our joy, and showing up every day for the month of June to do that. Now, this is just to basically get you into practice of choosing joy, of being intentional about your joy. So the first thing we wanted to do was write down a list. Back in the day, well, when I was growing up, like middle school, we would write down all the things we wanted to do for summer vacation, right? I know you're an adult now, you don't have summer vacation, but you can still choose joy. You can still choose whimsy, you can still choose play, you can still choose your creativity, and that's what we're doing for the month of June. So once we write down what we wanted to do, which is what I want you to do, I want you to write down what are some places that you wanted to visit. What has there been like this conversation with you and your friends about getting together? Is there a new brunch spot? Is there a recipe you wanted to try? Is there a new craft you wanted to try? Did you want to maybe whatever, fill in the blank? Maybe you wanted to garden more. Maybe you wanted to, you get the picture. But the most important thing is to write it down. I want you to think like not all the things you have to do, but the things you get to do. Okay? We are rewiring our minds this month of June with choosing play, with choosing joy, with being intentional. You know how you have to schedule your dentist appointment, your doctor's appointment, your kids this and that and this and that. Well, you can also schedule your joy. So write down a list of things you want to do. My suggestion would be at least 15 to 20 things, okay? Because what you're going to do is then take a calendar for the month of June and you're going to schedule out 2 to 3 things a week that are going to bring you joy. Now, this does not have to be expensive. It can be free. You could say, I'm going to eat dinner on the patio. I'm going to use my new patio furniture and I'm going to sit outside. Or I'm going to go to the park. I'm going to go to the library. Whatever it is, I want you to schedule it in your calendar like you do everything else, your doctor's appointments and all these big, serious adult things you have to do. But I want you to do this for your joy. So once you schedule out or write down all the things you want to do, and then you write down on your June calendar 2 to 3 things per week that bring you joy. Again, they could be very simple things, doesn't have to cost money. I then want you to either create or go get a journal. And this is going to be your joy journal because this is where the rewiring really solidifies and embodies it inside of the body. When we write down, when we are intentional and write things down, our brain not only processes it one way, it processes it multiple ways, right? Because we're saying it, we're thinking it, we're writing it. So we're going to write down in our joy journals what has brought us a joy every single day for the month of June. This is huge. Again, doesn't matter how big, doesn't matter how small, we are being intentional, and so we're going to write it down. It's going to look like this. Here's an example. It doesn't be exactly. I'm so happy and grateful that I was able to play Super Mario Kart today. It's been years and it brought me so much joy and it brought me back to my childhood. I'm so happy and grateful that I got to meet up with a friend that we have been playing phone tag for the last 6 weeks. I'm so happy and grateful that I was able to get to the park on my lunch break. I'm so happy and grateful that you got the idea. But the main objective is to do it daily. What this does is activate what we have in our brain called the RAS, the reticular activating system. Now, I'm obsessed with this little tiny place in our brain that is kind of like the bouncer for the brain or the search engine, because it helps our brain to search out things that bring us more joy. So if we are talking about it, thinking about it, writing down things that bring us joy, our brain is going to go, oh my gosh, they are really putting a lot of energy to this joy thing. And remember, where your energy goes and flows, it creates more of the similar vibration. So you bringing in more joy, it's going to start opening up more opportunities so you to feel more joy. You see that? So we're going to write down, I'm so happy and grateful that this happened, that happened. I went here, I seen this, I did this. I'm so happy and grateful that I got to sleep in an extra 20 minutes. I'm so happy and grateful that I got new sheets. I'm so happy and grateful that I've had a stuffy nose for the last week and now today I can breathe normal and I took for granted, but I'm so grateful that my body is operating. You see what I'm saying? It doesn't have to be these big elaborate things. And part of the problem with humanity is that we have gotten away from the simple joys. Like, children don't need much. You blow bubbles and their whole world is made. I love bubbles. I mean, when you see bubbles, how can you not get happy? Hearing the ice cream truck, building sandcastles, and of course, everybody's had different childhoods, right? But I'm going with things that ideally you've had at least some moments of joy and pleasure and ease and play as a child without having to think and take on all the burdens and heaviness of this world. Because right now the world is a lot. And that's why I wanted to do this challenge, because it's like that pendulum has to swing the other way. Everything is not doom and gloom. And our perception is our reality. So if we start to see and believe and really take on that energy, use our energy force for these low vibration, heavy, ugly, vile things, not to negate they're there, it's going to drop us lower and lower and lower. And then we become more lethargic and we become more exhausted. And we become more tired and anxious and depressed and fill in the blank. But what if we used our energy source and feed in joy and love and happiness and creativity and play and ease? Then that is what we'll start feeding into, and our energy source will start to get bigger, because when we can start vibrating higher, we can start raising the collective consciousness, because everything we think, we say, we do has a vibration, and we want the vibration of love and joy and peace and happiness and health and wealth and all the things that come with that, right? Because when we are vibrating at a certain frequency, it's going to bring things of that similar vibration. So this is why the RAS is so important, because it doesn't say it's good or it's bad. It's just like, they're thinking a lot about it, so it must be important. Let's give them more of that. Let's confirm what it is they already think and believe. And if you think and believe that everything is working out, that you are the creator of your life, that you get to be intentional about your joy, that you can create more joy, that you can live in more joy, that you can live in more peace and more harmony and ease and creativity, then so be it. So you have your list, you have your calendar, you have your joy journal, and now you are showing up. And you are literally scanning the room. Your brain, your RAS never shuts off. So even when you're sleeping, it's going to bring more opportunities for you to find joy and ease and play and creativity, because that's where we're going to live in this vibration of. I'm so excited for all the things to come. And I just, I want to take a moment to think about one of the most beautiful things my mom ever shared or taught us was that we mattered. So for example, we're students, we're in school, and we didn't have to be sick to get a day off. She taught us early that you don't have to be sick to just enjoy your life. So we could literally wake up and say, I don't feel like going to school today. I'm not sick, I need a break. Okay. We didn't abuse it, and it was just this beautiful symbiotic relationship to understand that we mattered, our health mattered, our joy mattered, our bodies mattered. And I carried that on obviously with my children, and I live by this. And so that's why I say it's so important that you have to be intentional about your joy, because we can be intentional about everything else. I got to pay this bill, I got to make this appointment, but what about you? You don't have to get sick to get a break. You can have a break and enjoy a beautiful day. Right? And so this is how we're going to start rewiring our mind for the month of June and so on, because we are choosing joy. We are choosing joy, and it really is just that simple. It's making a choice. Instead of going home, I'm tired, I'm exhausted, I'm going to stop by the park, even if it's for 5 minutes, and put my feet on the ground. There are so many benefits that come from grounding. Like, grounding is when you take your shoes and socks off, shoes at minimum, and you walk on the earth. Okay, the dirt, the sand, the grass. You connect back to the electromagnetic energy of the earth. We're electromagnetic beings, and so is the earth. So when we connect back, it recharges our battery. Our systems come online. There's studies, thousands and thousands of studies of showing the inflammation in the body dying down. So if you have pains, aches, go walk on the ground without your shoes. The soles of the shoes are rubber, and they break that connection with us and the earth. We are from the earth. We are literally from the sky, the stars. We literally have crystals in our brain. Like, we are magical beings, and we need to start treating our bodies as such. And the world is magic and beautiful. Yes, There's a lot going on, but what we're focusing on is the beauty of this world, and we're going to work in harmony with it. We're not going to just extract and be down and in the dumps. We're going to pour in. We're going to have a beautiful symbiotic relationship with the earth, and that starts by us first choosing, right, to be intentional about what that looks like, and then doing the things. We're not making it really hard, because a lot of people are like, I can't take on anything else. No, you can't. This is why you're opening up. You're releasing for increase. You're releasing for increase of joy, increase of health, increase of wealth, increase of happiness, increase of creativity, increase of expansion, of flow. We are surrendering into the flow and the ease that is our life. Miracles are not one-offs, they are normal. Abundance is our birthright. These mindset shifts and alignment is what's going to create us to live in higher expanded states, to live in our joy, to be our full authentic selves, to live in our magic. So June Joy kicks off. We are excited. I'm excited. I've gotten great feedback, because most people are like, I need this. I've been thinking about this. It's like, yes. So we're going to be intentional. We're going to make it simple. We're going to make it tangible. So you've got all your stuff down. Make sure you're writing in your journal daily. I'll be sharing on here every week different little nuggets like this to pour into you, because you know what brings me joy? Making it simple. I'm on my phone right now. I was like, let me bring out my laptop. No, I'm gonna just record on here, because this is easy and it's joy, and it's not about this big production. You can see me, you can hear me. Take in the words, let them resonate in the body. Let's just sit for a moment and take a couple deep breaths in. Roll your shoulders back and release. We're gonna breathe in through the nose. Hold at the top and exhale. One more time, roll shoulders back in through the nose. Hold at the top and exhale. Something as simple as that. I'm so happy and grateful that I can breathe and open up more space in my brain, in my body, in my heart space to take in and see more and give more love. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. It's the only thing that there's just too little of. Who knows that song? All right. That is all for now. I'm excited for you to be here. Please drop below what is bringing you joy. It doesn't have to be these big elaborate things. We are overcomplicating so much of this life. Life is meant to be lived. Life is meant to be enjoyed. So let's start enjoying it and doing what? Choosing joy. I'll see you next week. Bye.